or go home. That should be the name of the episode. What do you think?
Sure.
Just kidding. Just
Sure.
kidding. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
We never do that. But we are live, EJ, and in case you guys are wondering, and we are talking about Love is Blind right now, season 2, episode 2. And this is the actual part that will make it to Podbean. So if you download your podcast on Apple Podcasts or Podbean or Spotify, this one goes out to you. If you're on Patreon, you get the full episode, just so you guys know.
Yeah, and you will see these average faces on the live. We'll be there for you.
We'll definitely be there. And if you're a Patreon member, you can also join in as an audience member. So that's another benefit, I guess. But yes, let's move it along. So so they keep playing Never Have I Ever. And what's the next question? What was the next?
The next question was, I never have I ever had sex in a public place.
Which Mallory was quick to reply.
Which she is like, yeah, I've done that too. I mean, maybe this is just her saying like the whole freak in the sheets thing or something. Right? Maybe that's what this is. It's like, look, I'm a lady, but I'm also a nasty bitch. Okay. Do what you will with said information.
And I
like gold rings. Right.
If you got something to say, just say it. You know what I mean? Like, just say it. If
it's something you really want to throw out there, how do you ease it into a conversation? Like in the middle of y'all talking, trying to get to know each other. It's like, yeah, I've had sex in a public place before.
Well, also don't just be like, hey, let's talk about some crazy things that we've done. How about that?
Yeah.
Or like, what's the craziest thing you've done? Or like, not so crazy, but like a mild crazy. Because I had sex in a public place. Like, that would have been acceptable. Instead of going, hey, do you want to guess what my favorite color is? My favorite color is I had sex in public. What?
Pretty much.
What did you just use this as an excuse? What is wrong with you?
Man.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean, then we also find out that she has tattoos.
She does.
She has a tree under her titty.
Oh boy.
Yeah, she got a tree under her titty. I don't know what that means, but she said it's like a family thing.
Right. And
why would you put it under your titty?
It's like, yeah, I have a picture of a bird where right above my butthole. It's just it's for my family. It's like, what? who in your family likes buttholes that you have to put something like that in there?
It's like a bird next to the butthole. It means it's special. It's a family thing. We all have it.
It's a bird that, in the summer goes into the butthole, which is a euphemism for like when I visit my parents and go back to the nest.
I think we need to. I think we need to stop. This is getting weird.
That's a very elaborate way to say you like to eat butt, but okay.
Yeah, we went from talking about these people trying to figure out if they want to get married to bird butthole tattoos. I think we got too far off the road here.
That's how we roll, baby. That's how we roll.
Yo, do you hear a fucking echo?
No.
Is it only when I go on lives that I hear it? I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of it.
I have no idea, baby doll.
All right, whatever.
But I will say this. We go back to Salvador because turns out he has a couple of tats. He has 4 dots, and each dot represents one of his brothers. And he doesn't have it in a crazy place like right above his penis or right like in the, around the, I don't know what you call it, the areola of your butthole. Is that what you call it?
Sphincter? I don't know.
He doesn't have it in his taint. It's on his wrist where you can see it. It's 3 dots in a little triangle to represent him, I think. Out of
I've been calling it a taint my whole life. I just found out it's actually called a perineum.
What, like the circle around your butthole?
No, the between taint, like that little. Here we go. Goddamn, I gotta explain this. All right, here we go. Like, it taints your balls, but it taints your ass either. Like that little space right there.
That little strip.
Yeah, yeah, that. It's called a perineum. I found that out. I did not know that.
Who calls it that? Nerds?
The nerds and people who save your life.
Because cool people call it taint.
Yeah. Taint your balls, taint your ass. That's how I remembered it.
So yeah, so he tells about that, and she thought it was very sweet. So family is something that they definitely do have in common. In the women's quarter, we see Shayna, and she is loving the fact that she got in the middle of Natalie and Shane. Then we see Natalie telling Shane that there is no one else there for her except
Yeah,
her,
she was shooting her shot, bro.
and he's like,
What was
"Listen,
happening at that moment?
yeah," and she's like, "Listen, right now, I just want to hold you and make everything okay. Do you see anything? Do you see anything in your little card right now?" And she
Hmm.
goes, "Yeah, it's a rose." And he's like, "Yeah, I bought it. It's for you." And at that moment I was like, ah, I don't know if this is going to work out. I feel like this is how toxic relationships are born.
Bro, they are too different. Like I don't.
You know what I mean?
She seems like such a good chick. Like she seems like a good girl. Like you know what I mean?
She's she seems
And then
like
all of a
the
sudden
kind
you
of
got this
girl.
dude all the time. Anytime you call, "Hey, you okay?" Like, yeah, I'm fine, motherfucker. Go smash a bottle over your head or something.
Because remember that fight that they got into last episode where he was like, "What them titties do, girl?" And she was like, "This is Natalie." He's like, "Oh, I thought you were Shayna."
What do
And
your titties do?
yeah, what do your titties do? And she was like, "Why did you talk to me like that?"
Oh
So,
my god.
so she's that's what she's upset. And now you're seeing him going, "Well, here's a rose." And sorry, I didn't put any petals on the couch, to make it more romantic and lit some candles. Basically, it was just being hacky, which I'm against.
Yeah, what are you wearing over there? God, I don't like that dude, man.
I don't like Shane at all, Doug.
No. He was at least the first episode, he was at least entertaining. Now I'm just like, come on, man.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So then he promises that he wants to only focus on themselves, and that's it. Then he goes, "Hey, um, how about you and I, you Natalie, me Shane, Ooga
Yes.
Booga,
Yes.
we become boyfriend girlfriend." And she's like, "Shane, are you kidding me right now?" And he's like, "No, I love you, babe." He's like, "Shane, oh my god, this is so crazy. So, do you want to be my girlfriend?" She's like, "Shane, yes, of course."
And this is I felt so sad for Natalie at this point because what you're seeing is it's just that little glimmer of hope. Like something about Shane really got Natalie. Really got her.
Yeah,
You
dude,
know what I
like,
mean?
remember in the tell all when Big Ed, sorry, Tiny Ed,
You
uh,
be nice to Big Ed, okay?
fuck him, he can go fuck himself. Ed proposed to Liz, and Stephanie was like, "Yo, he only did that because it was like a bribe."
Yeah.
This is exactly what it is. He ran out of moves. He didn't know what else to say, and in order for him to bring his relationship back to 100, he was like, "What's the next big thing? Oh, she wants us to date, so let's just fuck it. Let's just date. Hey, want to be my girlfriend? Sure. Yeah, that's what I wanted this whole time." It's like, all right, well, you got it.
Yeah,
Now
because
you,
you got to think all the stuff he was saying, bro. He was where he was talking about he's willing to do whatever it takes to make her know that she's the one. And in my head, I'm like, bro, like you know what show you're on, just fucking propose and just put it out there. If
hmm
if you don't want to do nothing else, then don't.
hmm
There it is. If that's what you want, what the fuck? Why am I your girlfriend?
exactly, exactly.
Yeah. But she was just too like she is too smitten to even realize what that was. You know what I mean? And then when she gets back to celebrate on that part,
Oh, that
she's
was
ready to pop
beautiful.
champagne. And all of a sudden, evil face Shayna is like, I'm emotionally exhausted.
Y'all want to pop bottles? I just like have a boyfriend. Who's your boyfriend? Shane. Shane is like, bitch,
And then all of a sudden, boom, she's emotionally exhausted. For what?
get out of here. This
Mm.
is this
And
is
then you hear that? Did you
dude.
hear that cryptic song playing right there? Did you catch that?
I hate the songs, by the way, but I
Yeah,
no, I did
it was
not.
like, "Are you ready for war?" Like I was like, "All right, okay."
And the chorus was like, Shayna, 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 are you
Kill,
ready for war?
kill that bitch. Kill that bitch.
There's a shank under your pillow. Use it wisely. This is fucking Netflix. God
You can break her fucking knees like Tanya Harding. Like, you know what I mean? It was something.
damn. That is batteries. Use your pillowcase or a suck if you have it. And go hard on Natalie. Fucking prison style now.
Yo, and
Damn.
then like later, Shane is right back on the fence the second he leaves that pod. Did you notice that?
I saw.
He was just like, "Oh, she's the 100%." And then the second he leaves, he's like, I still have romantic feelings for both of them." It's like, well, why the fuck did you just ask for exclusivity from one?
He gets out of the pod and he goes, I'm still wondering what Shayna's titties do.
I still don't know what they do,
I still don't know what they do. I need to
but,
find out.
I want to know what both their titties do.
So they get in a pod together, Shane and Shayna,
Uh huh.
and they talk about it. You know, what you wearing? It's like, I don't know, fucking sweatpants. He's like, that's fucking hot. Yeah. Yeah. And then he's like, yo, why you holding back? And she's like, because you're dating someone else, you clown.
No, she was basically like not even she didn't even come out with it right away. She's like, I just don't want another failed engagement. And I'm like, bro, you know what you're here to talk about. Just get to it.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. And you know, he basically, you know, needs to know that she's in it and basically wants these two women to fight over him. He's trying to turn Love is Blind into The Bachelor.
Dude, you ever have two women fight for you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I still brag about it. 7th grade, it happened.
I don't know. Like I thought it was cool back in the day. I'm not so proud of it anymore, but you know
No,
what I mean?
it's like it's one of my proudest moments.
Well,
And
I'm happy for you, man.
and I was dating this girl, and she had a crush on me from like first grade all the way to 5th grade, and then in 6th grade we dated, but then we broke up, and I started dating her best friend, and then the best friend and her got into a fight over me, right, and that was like 6th grade. Years went by. I went to Mexico. I met up with both of them separately, and that was like the big thing. Like, oh, you guys don't talk to each other. Like, no, we don't. We don't haven't talked to each other since like 6th grade. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. And it was all that because of that fight over me, right? And she goes, no, we fought over something else. I was like, no, it was definitely over me. She
It
goes,
wasn't over you, was it?
she goes, no, it wasn't over you. I'm like, well, I'm gonna still tell myself that it was over. And she's like, yeah, but it wasn't. And then I asked the other girl. I asked the other girl the same thing, and she was like, "Yeah, it definitely wasn't. We had other problems." I was like, "You guys suck."
This ain't have shit to do with you. That bitch thought she was cute, right?
Oh,
Oh man.
all right.
She comes out with what she found. She straight up asked about Natalie, and all he could come up with, because he's backed into a corner, he's like, "Who cares? Like, motherfucker, me.
Yeah,
I care. This is Love is Blind. Like, not. I'm stupid and blind to what you're doing. Like, I see you. I see what you're doing." Right?
exactly.
He ain't thinking this through at all. Like, look, I know players exist. I get that. Right. But if you're going to do it, at least know the rules of the fucking game you're playing.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see what Delilah had to say about it?
I did. I posted it up here for a
shit.
little bit, but actually, yeah, if you don't mind reading it real quick.
The way he changes personas when he speaks to them is so creepy. He's the worst.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Born is back.
I agree. Some people see exactly what we see, and it makes me feel good about myself. Because sometimes we're just, I mean, you know, like in our head, we're just rambling idiots who are talking about reality shows, right?
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? And then when somebody who well, I mean, Delilah might not have no damn sense either. We don't know, but I'm gonna assume Delilah has some sense, right? And so, you know, when somebody with some sense says, he's like, okay, maybe that was valid. You ever had that? Like, you need some verification that what you said wasn't fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as a comedian, I always feel like that.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please tell me what I said ain't stupid. It ain't stupid, is it?
No, no,
Delilah
I
got
got
me. So that's why she got the horn because I my confidence went up a little bit right there.
it. Whose confidence are also riding really high right now? Everybody in the pods, everybody in the quarters, right? Because they're all
Hmm.
drinking, they're all getting ready to pot again, and we catch up with dipped deep deep tea.
Deep tea.
And she's like, this fucking guy, Shake, he's kind of a jerk, right? Like he just comes out and asks me if I was like fat. Like, who does that? But also he's kind of cute, I think. Like his personality is so nice and like he's so sensitive. I'm like, wait, did you just talk shit about him? And then like,
And
hey, I
then
kind of dig this guy.
yeah, she was like, "Yo, I'm interested, and I feel like we're bonded." Like, wait, what? Did you hear what you just said last sentence?
She contradicted herself, which is a great foreshadowing for the rest of the season.
Like,
Not just
press pause, rewind, and play, and do that again, and tell me if what that makes any sense.
stop the bus and stop the bus again.
Exactly. But man, that's exactly what she said.
Yeah. So then she gets in the pod with Shake and she shares. Listen, I lost close to 78 pounds, and I'm very proud of like who I am and what I am and everything that I become, and I'm just very very proud of myself, very happy. And he's like, damn. Like honestly, like coming to the pod and like saying all these things, like asking all these questions, like I feel bad. Like I thought about it and I felt bad. But now that I know that you're not fat, I'm kind of ashamed. And then he opens up about him being out of shape growing up. By the way, I'm paraphrasing. He didn't
I
say,
know.
I know because now that you're not fat. Because that's what he was asking. He was trying to see if they were fat or not.
Yeah,
And
you ain't no fat girl, is you? Because I don't like fat girls. Like that's basically what he was trying to say.
as he was trying to say, because he's a scumbag at heart.
Man,
Let's just be real.
look.
Let's call it what
Okay.
it is.
All right. After you tell this story, like, all right, I started to have a little bit of a change of heart about Shake. I let you tell the story, but I did.
No, dude, I think we all did. We all did. We see him at first and we go, douchebag. Then
Hmm.
we see him on this episode and he's like, yo, I feel kind of sick. Like I didn't want to like admit it, but like, yeah, it made me like, once I go back to my room, I was like, who am I? What am I doing? What am I calling? Like, why am I asking women like how much they weigh and shit like that? Like, like he felt bad. And I was like,
Yeah,
all
this
right,
man got like 8 poo poos last episode.
dude, it was bad.
He got like 8 of them.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And
Yeah.
and the worst thing about this is deep it deep
Deep tea.
deep tea
Deep tea.
tea deep tea.
Yeah.
She buys into it. She completely buys into it, and then she goes, "Yeah, this guy is actually kind of nice." And then he called her confident, and not only she's buying it, now she's selling it, and she started a whole fucking pyramid scheme. Like that's how much she's buying from this guy. It's a
So you
pyramid.
think it's all fake?
This is all fake.
All right, I'm a dreamer. I'm gonna say it's real. Maybe because look, he's a veterinarian, so he's Doctor Shake. Okay, he's Doctor Shake. Okay, now he's a smart dude. Okay, I just don't know. I don't know that he asked those questions, and once again, he even said in the thing like, "Look, this is how I dealt with relationships outside of this because there's that I've never had the physical taken away from me, and with me having my own insecurities, my way of making up for that is having someone who I feel like represents me well. So
Mhm.
I want the baddest chick I can find. You know what I mean? And in my mind, the picture of what beauty is does not include heavy women.
does not include if I can carry women in my shoulders at a concert. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's a little too specific, but we get the point.
But then, like, haven't you had those moments where you just you're laying there thinking to yourself, you're like, what the fuck am I doing? Like
Yeah.
this makes no fucking sense. Like maybe he got like that, and maybe when he's sitting there asking all of these questions and he can't see these women,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Then it's a whole different game
Yeah.
at that point. So maybe he sees that for what it is, and seeing that there's levels to this shit.
Mm.
Like this has to be there and that has to be there. She can't just be pretty. That's how you see all of these people with pretty crazy ass women. I think the prettier they are, the crazier they are,
There's a chart.
because it's about balance. I
Mm.
think it's all about balance.
I agree with that chart.
Yeah.
Yes. Like I can be crazier than what I already am right now because I know I'm not that attractive. Because as
Mhm.
soon as I go crazy, Jenna's gonna go, well, he's crazier than he is good looking or a good person. So no, thank you.
Shout out to your self deprecation. I
So
appreciate that.
I don't even know. I just can't help it at this point.
This dude. How
Uh,
do people like listening to you, man?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Hey,
I just
what?
talk really low, trying to be like who did that?
Yeah.
Who
Who?
was it? The person that did that?
That talk really low?
That talk really. Oh, Jesse. Was it Jesse? That he thinks that he's in control of things, so he talks really slow, trying to be in control of things.
Oh, that's when we was talking about Dalton's parents.
No, Jesse. We were talking
Oh,
about Jesse.
okay.
To tell all. Like he's seen so many like Tony Robbins seminars. He's like,
Oh yeah,
I know how I'm in control. So and
yeah.
maybe that's what I do. Maybe that's what I do.
All right. So, long story short, I think we're gonna have to agree to disagree on this one. I don't know. I'm keeping the faith. I think Shake is just starting to see that the way he was moving was not normal.
Mm, I agree.
You
I
know what I
agree.
mean? So I'm gonna go with that. But maybe
All right.
he's just hustling hard.
I I don't know, man. I don't know.
All right, we shall see. We shall
We
see.
shall see. But EJ, we're gonna cut it right here. We're gonna stop the live. So I want to say to everybody that is listening on the regular feed, thank you so much for listening to this short version of Love Is Blind season 2, episode 2. If you want to listen to the full episode, check out our Patreon. It's only $1. And if you are on Patreon right now, you're probably gonna listen to the rest of this. So let's
And
get
you're
going
gonna
with.
love it, by the way. Just want to
Of
put that out there.
course,
You're also
of
gonna love it.
course.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a lot of fun about now because we're gonna go into the wrench into of the show, right? The little wrench that you throw in, which is Shayna and Kyle.
All right. Can I talk about him?
Yes, please do, please do.